What's going on, everybody? It's the Sneaker Professor, and today we're going to talk about something that has been brought up a lot to me. Some people have asked me, how do you store your sneakers? What's the best way to store them? How do you have shoes that are like 20 years old, still in great condition? So today I'm going to talk to you guys about how to properly store your sneakers so they can last you guys a lot longer. So as you guys know, certain shoes that have like a polyurethane midsole, like Jordan 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, and so on, those crumble over time whether you wear them or not. But actually, when you wear those sneakers, there's like a chemical in the actual polyurethane that gets activated and it lasts longer over time. So if you take out a shoe 20 years old and you wear it and you've never worn it before, it's probably gonna crumble on you. But if you've already worn it, there's a bigger chance that it won't crumble on you, but still being 20 years old is still a risky move. So wearing your shoes actually helps. That's a quick tip for you guys. Wearing your shoes actually preserves them over time. So the first thing we're going to talk about really is the environment that you keep your shoes in. So ideally you want to keep your shoes in a cool environment, somewhere that's not humid and not hot. So ideal places for that is like anywhere in your house that you can keep cool, because humidity is not good for your sneakers, believe it or not. If you guys keep your sneakers in a humid environment, they're more prone to cracking, they're more prone to losing the actual glue on it. It's just not good for your sneakers. So try to keep your sneakers in a cool environment where, you know, not freezing cold, but a nice cool environment is always good to keep them in. It will keep them nice, firm, and together. The more you wear your sneakers as well, like I said, the better, guys. And obviously keep them clean, wash them, do stuff like that. Another thing that we can do when we're talking about environment is keeping them out of the sun. You don't want your shoes sitting around and sunlight beaming on them through your window all day. That is not good for your sneakers. That will enhance the yellowing process, especially on white sneakers. So try to keep them out of the sun. And in terms of light bulbs and like lighting and stuff, because I keep shoes on display, you guys can see this glass cabinet I have here. I have a couple of shoes in there, and then my plastic boxes, I have some shoes in there, and then I just have random shoes like sitting out like this. Lighting is generally not great for sneakers, but you know, I haven't really noticed any huge issues when it comes to my LED lights or my housing lights and stuff. But if you want to be extra careful, you don't want, there's certain lighting that you can get that's better. You guys kind of have to do a little more research into that, but I don't really pay attention to stuff like that because my lights aren't on 24/7, and sometimes they're off. Sometimes, you know, the room's just dark for a couple days, whatever, and I don't have windows here that sunlight beams in either. So I don't really have a risk like that. But if you guys keep your lights on like all day, that's probably not great, but I don't think it's gonna do anything crazy within a few years like span. You probably won't even notice, but I know lighting can be an issue. That's why it's better to keep them out of the light as much as possible. And when you go into stores and they have sneakers on display, you see sometimes the sneakers that are on display get kind of yellowed over time because they're sitting out so long in lighting, and you know, the dust in the air and everything like that, a bunch of people touch them and stuff, the dirt gets on them. But if you guys have them in like regular housing lighting and you know they're in storage, like some boxes, clear glass, that shouldn't be an issue for the most part. Just don't have light beaming on them all day, you know what I mean? But make sure to keep them out of the sun. That's probably one of the most important parts. So now we're gonna get to the actual storage of the actual sneaker. So here we have the 2006 Laser 5s, and I'll show you guys for an example of how I actually store these. So when I keep them in the box, I don't keep them with the actual paper wrapped around them. So I put the paper in a plastic bag, a retro card in there as well, just so it's not touching the sneakers. It preserves the life of the paper and the retro card, so it's not getting all banged up and dinged up and stuff. And then the sneaker in itself, you don't want it touching anything else. I also keep these gel packs in here, you know, these silica packs. I don't know why it's not focusing, but yeah, you can get these Amazon, probably in Walmart, stuff like that. I don't keep these in every sneaker box that I have, but I kept them for these and it works so well. But as you guys can see, this is probably one of the most clean 2006 Laser 5s you will ever see in your life. There's very little to minimal yellowing, and the midsole's still like very firm. The fog, there's not too much fog on the air bubble. It's starting to fog a little bit, but guys, I kept this in immaculate condition because of good storage. And this is the original midsole, the original netting and everything. So you guys want to make sure you keep your sneakers stored properly. You don't want them to be wrapped in paper, especially if it has an icy bottom or something. You don't want it wrapped in this paper. The paper like this will make it yellow faster over time, and You guys don't want that, right? As you guys can see, sneaker storage is very important. I have some sneakers that are maybe 10 plus years old that have absolutely no yellowing, like the Slam Dunk 6s behind me. I'll show you guys those. Like these, for example, these came out in 2014. These are never worn. The midsole is still firm, no fogging on the air bubble, and there is no yellowing on the bottom of these. And this is all a translucent outsole. So these will get like piss yellow over time, but you can see it still looks brand new, fresh from the day out. Like it's a still blue, icy tint outsole. It's better and easier to see in person. Even the back tab and the tongue is also translucent. The lace lock as well, obviously. And you guys can see there's like minimal to zero. There's zero yellowing on this, honestly. I've kept them in great storage. The midsole is still super firm. They're still factory lace, never unlaced. And guys, this is how you keep your sneakers in amazing condition so they last a lot longer. And like I said, if you guys wear your shoes, make sure you guys clean them, get some crap, Jason Mark, stuff like that. I know I want to try one. There's one called Shoe Lada, and I heard that one's better. I know you guys seen the ads on those, but I heard that one's like the best shoe cleaner to get, other than like the Jason Mark and stuff. But you can get Jason Mark and crap at the store. Just make sure to clean your shoes. And if they do get yellow, you can always ice the shoes, ice the bottoms. Just get yourself an ice box on Amazon or make your own. Put some Salon Care 40 at the bottom. Put it in the ice machine for like a couple hours, and 8 to 10 hours, and you know, keep doing different cycles and you'll get rid of the yellowing. So another thing you can do is keep your shoes in like the Ziploc plastic bags and stuff. So these are 2001 Cherry 11s, lows, and you guys can see like they're dead stock, they're never worn, but there's yellowing, of course. Like there's yellowing, but it's not piss like yellow, you know. Like we'll compare it to the Concords from a similar year. These are 2000 and I think these are 01, and you guys can see the difference in the yellowing. These were not in a Ziploc plastic bag, these were, and you guys can see that huge difference in the yellowing. Big difference, even on the uppers, which might be a little harder to tell. And guys, I don't mind yellowing, but if you want to preserve your shoes longer, these are tips that you can do. Keep these in a Ziploc bag if you want. It's harder to find Ziploc bags for bigger sizes. That's why I really only have like 1-2 Ziploc bags, but they are kind of hard to find. So I put these in a Ziploc bag, and honestly, the results have been amazing. Like I've kept these in such great condition. Like keep your shoes clean, store your shoes properly. It will keep the value, retain the value over time. You guys want to retain your value of your sneakers over time, especially if you collect or you want to resell or whatever the case is. Down the line, you want to bring out a 10-year-old shoe that nobody wears anymore. This is the best way to do it. I'm going to give you guys the best tips and tricks how to store and take care of your sneakers. I'm a real sneaker collector. I'm not a reseller. I'm not a hype YouTuber. I'm going to give you guys my real opinion on every sneaker that dropped, that I get. I'm going to give you guys real opinions on sneakers that I have. And, you know, I'm going to compare older sneakers for you guys to the newer sneakers and show you guys the real. So subscribe, like, comment. I'm showing you guys some of the best cool content on YouTube. I'm showing you guys non-biased opinions too. And guys, I'm giving you guys some of the best tips and tricks. I'm giving you guys my secrets on how to keep your shoes clean and store them properly, so you guys can go ahead and have these for years to come, pass them down to your kids, or just have them just, you know, forever, or maybe sell them one day and you have some of the cleanest pairs ever. So start this from now, guys. Like I said, keep them in a good environment. Cool environment. Don't have them beaming on sunlight on them. Don't have your housing lights on all day. Keep them in the boxes if you want. Make sure the paper is not touching them. Put it in a plastic Ziploc bag, just like these shoes were, just like I showed you guys. Put the receipts especially in a plastic bag, a small plastic bag, because you don't want the ink from the receipt to drip onto your sneakers, because over time it will stain the bottom of your sneakers, and you do not want that, because that is very difficult to get out. So guys, what I'm going to show you now is 2000 Midnight Navy 6s, and I'm going to show you what happens to your sneakers over time, whether you wear them or not. And unfortunately, this is just part of owning Jordans and sneakers with polyurethane midsoles. And you know, sneakers all just deteriorate over time. So as you guys can see, I have an elastic on this shoe trying to hold it together, because look, oh, you guys see the shoe's talking. The shoe's talking. You guys can see that's like the inside of the shoe. Hello, everybody. But this happens over time with shoes, guys. You know, this is just normal with Jordan 6s. Over time, they're gonna fall apart. This happens to your sneakers. They're gonna fall apart, guys. Unfortunately, that's just what happens with owning shoes. But guys, storing them properly will prevent stuff like this for a little extra longer. And the only reason this happened is because my homie decided to lace these up and put them on and take a step in them, and it was so soft that it just crumbled. So don't ever try to do that, guys. Don't ever try to put a 26-year-old shoe, 25-year-old shoe on your foot. It's probably not the greatest idea. But these are retired. These are gonna sit in here forever. The other pair is kind of surviving more because he never took a step in the other pair. But this pair is deteriorating too. It's happening. It is happening to this pair too. But as you guys can see, it's not like falling apart or anything. Like it's still holding in. But if I really wanted to, I could literally crush these, no problem. But yeah, that's what happens to your shoes, guys. I just wanted to show you over time that will happen whether you store them well or not. And you can see there's no paper in here or anything. Like it's just the sneakers, and that is it. So yeah, guys, this shit happens over time. If it does, it does, guys. You know, this is just part of collecting sneakers. If you guys have been collecting for a while, or you know, you didn't know, now you know, this will happen over time regardless. So I just want to show you guys these quickly, and yeah, take care of your damn shoes.